I'm here to brief you the execution process of design and construct. We have divided the execution process into 5 stages such as pre-planning, planning, execution, quality check and assurance, finishing and handover. In the pre-planning, I would like to brief what are all the activities which we carried out. In the pre-planning, we will start with the soil and site survey. Soil testing will be done to determine the safe-bearing capacity of the soil. Using the safe-bearing capacity of the soil, the structural team will work on the structural drawings, and depending upon the guidance given by the report, we will determine the depth of the foundation and the type of foundation used in the project. So I request Abhida to show some of the soil report we have given to the clients.
In the soil test report, we get the recommendation for the type of foundation and depth of foundation depending upon the safe-bearing capacity of the soil. If the safe-bearing capacity of the soil is not up to the mark, our structural team will recommend us an alternate procedure to ensure the stability of the structure.
Along with the soil testing, we will do the site survey as well. Site survey is done to check the dimension of the site, accessibility to the site, road level, road width, topography of the site, also if any permanent structures are available nearby the site for the reference. Use of site survey is the accurate dimensions of the site will be provided and will be passed into the design and architect team for the further process. If the topography of the soil is uneven, any additional activities such as assessment or the backfilling will be suggested during the site survey itself. Once after the pre-planning is done, we move with the planning stage. Planning plays a very important role in the construction industry. During the planning stage, we will finalize the labor vendor as well as the material vendor nearby to the site so that the accessibility will be easy in the future. Along with the labor and material finalization, we will also do the master quantity of materials of each project so that we will get to know the complete quantity of the project till the completion, which makes the process smoother till the completion. So after the quantity of the project is determined, we will proceed with the project schedule, which includes the start date and end date before the execution work started. Project schedule includes day-to-day activity mentioned along with the dates, which will be tracked by the execution team, architect team, structural team, and the project coordination team, where the architect team will work on the working drawings as well as the structural team will work on the structural drawings according to the project schedule, and they will release the respective drawings a week ahead of the next activity. Kindly show us some of the labor agreement as well as the project schedule for the reference.
So here we can see the labor agreement, how it is prepared. Labor agreement is signed between the labor vendor and the company, which includes certain terms and conditions which has to be followed by both the parties. So project schedule is prepared during the beginning stage of the project. It consists of the activities involved in the building construction process. It includes the start and end date of every activity. This project schedule is followed by the laborers, so to ensure that the end date is achieved, so that we complete the project within the specified date.
When it comes to the execution stage, once the project is ready to hit the ground, we will assign a dedicated site engineer, project engineer, and also project manager to look after the project on site and monitor the execution. Substructure includes site cleaning, footing marking, excavation, trimming work, anti-termite treatment, PCC, footing and column marking, footing and column reinforcement work, again footing and column concreting. Once after the footing and column concreting is done, we will do the curing as well for the respective time being. Once after the footing and column concreting is done, curing will be done as per the standard timeline mentioned. Once after the curing is done, we will proceed with the backfilling, some work, and the plinth beam concreting. This comes under the substructure activities. Now we proceed with the superstructure. Superstructure start with column concreting, brick or block work, lintel and chedja work. Above the lintel and chedja work, there will be again a brick or block work, slab shuttering, slab reinforcement, slab electrical work, and slab concreting. The similar activities will be carried out for the number of stories which the customer has opted for. During the process of execution, we will also have the quality check and quality assurance. QC engineer will visit pre and post of each activity to make sure that each activity is executed according to the standard and also according to the structural drawings given by the structural team and approved by the client. QC report will be shared with each client once after the QC visit to site. Any suggestions or comments given by the QC will be taken care by the execution team on an immediate basis.
First we'll visit the site, then we'll do the site cleaning. After site cleaning, we'll proceed with the site marking. Then we'll proceed with the excavation. Excavation we can do by the JCB or by the manpower as per the site condition. And after that we'll do trimming of the pits like this. Next we'll go with the anti-termite treatment. Anti-termite treatment is a process to prevent the pests and termites. So we have to do this process to prevent the pits. Next we'll go with the PCC. After that PCC will go with the column markings. PCC will be carried out according to the standard ratio, that is 1:4:8. Then we'll proceed with the column markings, and after column markings we need to lay down the structures which is made by the bar benders. And after that, this column structure also we need to, once the bar bending is done, we need to proceed with the concreting for the footing as per the standard ratio. Next we'll proceed with the shuttering for the column, and then we'll proceed with the concreting for the shuttering like this. And simultaneously we'll work on the sum. If it's required, if it is suggested by the client, or if it is required as per the depth, we'll go with the SSM work. After the SSM, we'll go with the backfilling and consolidation. After the consolidation, we'll go with the plinth beam PCC, and this all structures, this all will consider it. This is beam, this is plinth beam. After all the structures comes under the substructures, and then we'll move on to the this is the floor PCC. Then we'll go with the bar bendings again for the another floor. In that also we'll do the shuttering and concreting. After concreting, we'll move on to the brickwork. Brickwork consists of below brickwork and above brickwork, because we need to go with the lintel work also. After lintel, again we'll go with the brickwork, and simultaneously we'll work on the staircases. And then we'll go with the shuttering of the slab. This is the main part of the slab. This is the shuttering of the slab. Then we'll go with the bar bending work, and simultaneously we'll work on the electrical work also. This is the electrical work we'll do in the slab. After the bar bending work and electrical work, we'll move on to the slab concreting as per the standard ratio. And after that, we'll do the curing. That is mandatory for the 15 days. Curing is once after the slab concreting, we'll proceed with the curing as per the standards. And this all activities consist of our superstructure. Then we'll move on to the quality check report. Consists of 47 checklists, starting from excavation, then earth filling, and it will go on till the last stage of finishing. And these are the activities here. Next, here are some QC report which is checked by the client and our QC engineer to proceed further. Next, we'll move on to the next. Here are some QC visit done by our QC engineer. He'll visit the site. He'll make sure that he'll visit the site once in a week. He need to visit every site. So here are some QC visits.
Now comes the finishing and handover stage, which includes internal and external plastering, flooring and tiling, putty work and painting, electrical work and plumbing work, doors and window fixing, and some of the miscellaneous work such as polishing. So the house will be ready to hand over. We maintain a professional practice to ensure that no stones are left untouched during the execution process. The engineer checks the drawing before the execution starts and coordinates with the architect as well as the planning team to make sure the construction is in the right path. We maintain a professional practice to ensure that no stones are left untouched during the execution process. The engineer checks the drawing before it moves to the execution team and coordinates with the architect as well as the planning team to ensure that the construction is in the right way. Engineers maintains a constant communication and quality checks before handing it over to the vendors. What sets us apart from others in the market is transparency, maintaining the top-notch quality, consistent communication, and adhering to the timeline for the final handover of your dream project.